We have the Ultra Unlock Part 2, which is going to be the Paldea region, which is going to go even further into some of the Paldea Pokemon. And not only that, we have a really cool Pokemon making its way into Pokemon Go, which I think all of you guys are going to be very excited about. Additionally, we have some amazing bonuses that are continuing on from the Part 1. So, you know what time it is. Welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. The Ultra Unlock Paldea is going down from the 10th at 10 a.m., which is going to be Sunday, all the way until the 15th, which is going to be Friday at 8 p.m. The bonuses are going to maintain the same, which are fantastic. I have a video coming out tomorrow that you guys are definitely going to want to check out. Whew. We played for 24 hours during these bonuses, and man, did we make some major headway. We have the 4x Catch XP, we have the 4x Catch Stardust, and we have golden lore modules randomly popping up. The only exception to these golden lore modules is you will not be able to find the roaming Gimmighoul, but you will still be able to get a little bit of Gimmighoul coins. I've noticed that it's not quite as heavy, personally. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, as if you do pop a normal lore module, but they're great to be able to help you get items and more. But it does seem like overall there is a shortage in the ball count that's coming from these Pokestops. It could also be that the starters are notoriously very challenging Pokemon to be able to catch, but just remember that it's going to be out there. So we are going to be getting Nimble, we are going to be getting Pawmi, and we're also going to be getting Frigibax coming into Pokemon Go for the first time ever, which is very exciting. And not only that, we have one more Pokemon, that's going to be Bombardier. Okay, so that one is going to be making its way into rain battles, which we are going to cover right now. Starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be all about the spawns coming into this event. So we do have these same spawns coming from the last one. Just remember, we're getting 4 boosted shiny odds in the wild. We have Hoppip, we have Houndour, we have Weasel, and we have Fletchling. So if you don't have any of those shinies, please make sure to hunt those as well. Then we also have the Paldea starters that are going to be maintaining the same. We have the Lechonk that has the shiny out, so make sure to try to hunt that one down and get that pink shiny. And then finally, we have the Nimble and the Pawmi that are going to be in the wild. And then if you're lucky, so it's going to be a rare spawn, which will be the Frigibax. And on the 15th, Frigibax is going to make its way into 10-kilometer eggs. So keep that on the top of your mind. So the Nimble is going to go into Low Kicks, and Low Kicks is a grass and a dark type Pokemon. This Pokemon in the Great League is ranked 620, and in the Ultra League is going to be ranked 413, which then leads us into Pawmi, which evolves into Pawmot, which is going to be an electric and a fighting type Pokemon. Maxing out at 2,978. This Pokemon is ranked 368 in the Great League and 174 in the Ultra League, so neither of these two Pokemon are too relevant here. And also in the Master League, it's going to be 322. So until this Pokemon maybe gets a Calm Day and a bumped up moveset or a change in moveset, unfortunately, it's not super relevant right now. And then we're going on to Bombardier, which is going to be ranked 160 in the Great League, but in the Ultra League, the first breaking 100 is going to be ranked 88. With Wing Attack, Fly, and Payback, the 100% IVs are going to be a 0, 15, 14, so unfortunately, this one is not spawning in the wild. This one will be coming from raid battles, so it's going to be very challenging for you to be able to get this. Not only that, you're going to need all the way to level 46.5 for XL Candy here. Bombardier is a flying and dark type. It maxes out at 2,812. It is going to be weak to 4 things, which are going to include Rock, Ice, Electric, as well as Fairy. And then finally, we have the Frigibax. Okay, so Frigibax, once it makes its way into the 10-kilometer eggs, it will be hatching at 712. So keep that number in mind. But as of right now, it's in the wild as a rare spawn. And this Pokemon, it goes all the way into Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur is a dragon and an ice type. Unfortunately, it did get nerfed, like I talked about, actually quite significantly, all the way down to 4,013. This Pokemon is going to be weak to Steel, Rock, Fighting, Dragon, as well as Fairy. But it does have some optimal moveset. It does get Ice Fang as well as Dragon Breath, and it gets Blizzard, Avalanche, really powerful ice move. It also gets Dragon Claw and Outrage. So in the Great League, it's ranked 167. In the Ultra League, 148, but in the Master League, it is ranked 20 overall. That's pretty impressive with Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, as well as Avalanche. So now that we did check out the Baxcalibur in the PvP scenario, let's check it out as a meta raid attacker. So the best moveset overall for the Baxcalibur is going to be Dragon Breath and Avalanche at 39.74, Dragon Breath Outrage at 38.97, and Ice Fang and Avalanche at 38.64. So unfortunately speaking, when we are talking about game-breaking meta Pokemon, we need them to be, for attackers, in the ER value of around 45 plus to be able to really top the charts. For a Dragon category, this Pokemon is not even going to come anywhere close. But for the ice category, let's still check it out. At the top, we have the Galarian Darmanitan Zen mode, which is not out yet, but eventually it will be, and it will probably get nerfed from here, but it is currently sitting at 46.38. Then we have the Shadow Mamoswine at 43.16, Shadow Weavile at 39.39, and then in the first non-Shadow, obviously non-Mega, Baxcalibur sitting there at Ice Fang and Avalanche at 38.64, followed by the Galarian Darmanitan at 37.87, the Mamoswine at 37.07, and down to Mega Gallade and Mega Abomasnow, as well as Glaceon and Weavile. Okay, so wow, this Pokemon is actually pretty impressive. We have the top non-Shadow, non-Mega, I mean, it even beats out the Mega Pokemon in the game, which is very, very impressive. So guys, this Pokemon is not something to shake off. It's something that you go after and something that you definitely consider having for your ice team. And so if you guys want to check out the rest of the Pokemon, let's check them out right now. For the Great League, we do have Jumpluff, rank 124 in the Shadow, 129 in the non-Shadow. Remember, Acrobatics is the Calm Day move. The 100% IV for the Great League is going to be a 0-14-14 at level 43, so some XL candy will be required. And I know this is in the 120s, but occasionally there are some cups that this might help you guys out with. So we might as well capitalize, have this one in the back burner just in case. In the Great League, we have the Talonflame, 233, but in the Ultra League, it's ranked 63 with Incinerate, Brave Bird, and Flame Charge. Incinerate is going to be the Calm Day move, and the 100% IV is going to be a 15-15-15 non-buddy boosted, but that's okay because you get it all the way right below 2500 at 2493. Then, talking about the brand new starters from the Paldea region, we have the Masquerada, which is going to be 338 in the Great League. In the Ultra League, it's ranked 308, and in the Master League, it's ranked 220. And next, for the Skeledirge, we have in the Great League, it's going to be ranked 208. In the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 122 with Incinerate, Shadow Ball, and Disarming Voice. And the reason why I am a little bit excited about this Pokemon is because when it does get the Blast Burn, guys, it could definitely make some headway. For the Ultra League 100% IV, it's going to be a 0-15-15. And for the Master League, it's ranked 143. And then we have the Quaquaval. In the Great League, it's going to be ranked 227. In the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 136 with Wing Attack, Close Combat, and Liquidation. The 100% IV is going to be a 1-15-14. Remember, this one will get Hydro Cannon, so it could definitely make a change in this area. And then finally, in the Master League, it's going to be ranked 207. So as far as the meta relevance, obviously for the attackers, nothing relevant here. But as far as the PvPs, there's some definite potential, but nothing that is going to be game breaking. So with all that said, now let's get into tip number 2. Tip number 2, all about the bonuses. Okay, so just a reminder, guys, we have the 4x Catch XP and the 4x Catch Stardust. The XP is going to really compound quite significantly. You can turn a lot of XP. So once this vlog does come out, check it out up here. I'm gonna have the playlist and it will eventually plug right in here. But most importantly, do not overlook this bonus. I wanted to give you guys a couple scenarios here. So if you're out playing, every time I get a 12-kilometer egg, I am saving it. And if I'm gonna go out and play for a little bit, I will hatch it. If I'm playing for many hours, I will then just go ahead and keep getting those 12-kilometer eggs, and I will just put them on immediately on super incubators and hatch them on the star pieces. Because why wait? Additionally speaking, if you have any field research tasks that are stocked up for Stardust bonuses, now is the time to claim it because it is 4x Catch Stardust, which is better than the 3x Catch Stardust that comes out for Calm Day that we typically save all these tasks for. So you have a lot of things that you can work with right now that can really capitalize you every single time. Not only that, guys, you can stock any field research task, and then once you go on the star piece and your lucky egg to catch, you can do those as well when you have some downtime. So stocking up on all the field research for when you are on premium items to be able to help you get bonuses, that's going to be very important. But for all the other tips, let's check them out right now. So let's cover how much XP you're going to get on 4x Catch XP. We have a Glameow right here. First and foremost, you need to hit an excellent throw, you need to catch it on the first ball, and you need to hit a curveball throw to optimize every single thing that you need to do. So you guys are going to have to be out there getting comfortable catching all of these Pokemon. Okay, for the sake of this video, we're going to get the Glameow, we're going to give it a Netaberry, and we are going to go ahead and do the excellent throw right there, okay? So unfortunately, this one broke out of the first ball, and now it's gonna break out of the second ball, but hopefully we're gonna catch it on the third ball here with an excellent throw. So we are gonna miss out on a little bit of XP, but I will cover that here in a second, and I'm about to show you how much XP you're gonna get, because you're gonna get this, which is going to be a curveball throw, excellent throw, so 1120. You're gonna add 50 to that for 1170 for the entirety, and that's just without any bonuses. So we're gonna take 1170, we're gonna times that by 4,680, and then we times that by 2, and you're gonna get a grand total of every single toss on a Pokemon with a lucky egg, 9,360. So by catching 2 Pokemon with excellent throws on the first ball, which obviously the first ball does help, it's not an absolute necessity, and it's going to be a little challenging, and I'm very glad that the Gimme Ghoul stops are going to be spinning, because you're going to want to use a lot of Great and Ultra Balls during this process and stack up on a lot of Great and Ultra Balls for the future, which we're going to cover here. Guys, you're going to turn a ton of XP. 2 catches, you're pretty much doing a raid battle, paid raid battle with a lucky egg. That is absolutely crazy. I'm very excited to see how much you can actually churn in a day just playing this event pretty hard. And then on top of that, we're talking about the catch Stardust. So getting out there, playing as much as possible, and catching all those Pokemon that are going to be in the wild that have a weather boost. Weather boost is going to be very important to add a little bit of Stardust onto everything. So going out there, using premium items of star pieces and lucky eggs as much as possible, and even if you don't, playing a lot can compensate for not spending on the game. Always remember that. Obviously, if you play a lot and you put on these items, you're going to be at the optimal place, but you can also do this without. So I suggest going into downtown areas on a daily basis, playing with this as much as possible, catching as much as possible, and making sure to optimize each and every throw and every single catch in the game, because that's going to get you a lot of Stardust, it will bump you up, and it's going to get you a good amount of XP, and we have a long time to do this. And then every single time you guys do see a Pokestop that has turned gold, remember, it's not going to give you the roaming Gimmighoul encounter, so wild Gimmighoul will not be around that Pokestop, but it's going to give you a ton of items. So what happens if your bag gets full? I would say to start dumping your berries. It's probably going to be a little bit challenging to be able to feed all these berries into gyms, but if you can feed 100 berries into gyms, split up over 10 Pokemon every 30 minutes. It will give you additional Stardust. Not only that, more than likely you're probably going to have to delete out on the Pokeballs and start stacking up on Great and Ultra Balls, because by having Great and Ultra Balls in your bag is the most optimal space. So over this span, not only are you going to be catching XP, Stardust, you also want to optimize your Ultra Balls and Great Balls, because more than likely, for me personally, and probably you too, you have had a long span of events that have depleted these Pokeballs, especially the Global Go Fest, and if you went to any in-persons. So stocking up on as many Ultra Balls as possible is the best way for you to be. Even if you have to delete out on Great Balls, you have to dump some of your rare candy into some of your mythical Pokemon, you have to delete some of your berries. I'm personally deleting a lot of my Pineapple berries because I don't really ever use the Pineapple berries, because I'm more concerned about getting the XL candy, and most of these Pokemon I have more than enough candy for in the regular form, and I will get it more in the future. And there are going to be a few field research tasks that are out there that are non-event specific, that if you do encounter, I highly suggest you do them, complete them, and catch them during this time. Do not stack them, because 3 times catch Stardust for Calm Day is not as much as the 4 times catch Stardust active right now for this event. We do have the Win 5 Rage, which could be an Alolan Executor. However, that is going to be a pricey task, so that's probably not one that I would do, but if you do it and you get the Alolan Executor, please catch that Stardust boost. But the better ones are going to be trade a Pokemon for a Staryu encounter, which is going to be a permanently Stardust boosted Pokemon, as well as defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts for the Sableye encounter, and then also you could purify 3 Shadow Pokemon if you want for a Haunter encounter. This one will yield you more Stardust as well, but not quite as much as trade a Pokemon or beat 3 Go Rocket Grunts, which are going to be the 2 best tasks to optimize your Stardust. So very important, capitalize on these bonuses. They are top tier, and they are here for way too long, so there's no excuse for you not to be at minimum level 40 if you are not. If you are getting close to level 50, now is the time, because in a matter of a few hours, I would say on average, if you hit really good excellent throws, you could get around 1.5 to 2 million XP if you're very efficient in a high spawn area in an hour, right? So very good gains during this event. So with that said, now let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the field research. So we have catch 5 Pokemon, which is now going to be a Pawmi, 272 100% IV, catch 5 Nimble, which will be 500 Stardust, or catch 20 Nimble for 2500 Stardust. And just a reminder, if you are in a star piece, this is going to pump up and give you additional Stardust when claiming this field research. So if you do get this, save it for when you're going to go grind and then claim it then. And we have a ticketed research that's going to be able to get you eventually a Pawmi backpack. So let me know if you guys are going to buy that in the comments below. Let's check it out. Send 9 gifts to friends for a regular incubator. Walk 1 kilometer for a Pawmi encounter. Use 9 berries to help catch Pokemon for 10 silver Pineapple berries. Walk 3 kilometers for another Pawmi encounter. Catch 9 different species of Pokemon for 3 rare candies. That we're going to get a Pawmi backpack, 9,210 XP, and 921 Stardust. So if you guys really need that backpack, you might as well capitalize here. And then also, please do not forget to do the Paldea adventure. Go after it. It is not published beyond stage number 3 right now. So if you guys want to check it out, here it is to check out. It's just doing a bunch of things, but it is locked by a time basis for a 7-day streak. And then we have the Paldean adventure. So you're going to start off with catching 8 Pokemon for 20 Pokeballs and 900 Stardust and 900 XP. And then you're either going to choose the Sprigatito, you're going to choose the Fuecoco, or you are going to choose the Quaxly. So I would assume that the research is going to be based around either water, fire, or grass. And it looks like for the most part, everything is going to maintain the same as far as what the rewards and items that you're going to get here. So after you catch 3 Pokemon, you're going to get 3 Pokeballs, take a snapshot of a wild Pokemon for 300 Stardust, and then you will either get the Sprigatito or the XP. And same thing goes for Fuecoco and Quaxly. And then for the second round, you're gonna be getting spin 50 Pokestops or gyms, 20 raspberries, catch 200 Pokemon for 15 pineapple berries, send 60 gifts for 25 Pokeballs, evolve a Quaxly, 1000 XP, and then you will earn a heart with your buddy on 7 different days, which is gonna be locked out right now for 3,000 Stardust. Okay, so that's gonna be a locked task. We'll continue on with the season, so this one will actually go all the way until Friday, December 1st, which is then gonna lead us to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be all about the raid battle. So in 1-star raids, we're going to still have the unknowns if you guys do want the shiny. I don't suggest hunting shiny unknowns through raids, but you can choose as you may. In raids for the 3-star is going to be Turtonator, Cleaver, and Bombardier. Okay, so Bombardier is going to be the brand new shiny. We have the Turtonator with a newer shiny, and then we have the Cleaver that was a rarer shiny from a raid day. So actually the tier 3 raids are pretty solid. And then in tier 5 in the Northern Hemisphere, we're going to get Celesteela. Okay, so I really don't want the Celesteela at all. Personally, I don't really care for it. I wish that the shinies were out so I could actually have a little bit of motivation to raid for a Pokemon that's very irrelevant for me. And then in the Southern Hemisphere, you guys are going to be getting the Kartana, which is a very, very strong top grass type Pokemon in the game. And then we still have the Mega Manectric. Okay, guys, so that's going to be all the tips for this event. Make sure to get after it, make sure to have fun, make sure to enjoy yourself, but most importantly, make sure to capitalize on those bonuses in Pokemon Go. So thank you guys for being here as always, to all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to excellent. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.